Welcome back to another one this week, folks.
Another one? Really?
Another one.
Another one, because last week
50 something.
3.
Okay.
53.1. Maybe you'll get a 0.5.
4?
50,
wait.
53. That's all.
4, right?
All right, play the music.
Oh, okay.
Or 53?
53.
I thought it was 54.
No, this is 54.
Last week's 2 episodes.
52.
This is 54.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Hey everybody, let's have a quick counting session. Ready? 1, 2, 3. What comes after 3? 4.
So we're recording before 53 comes out.
They know that.
There you
So
go.
whatever.
Anyways, hey, thank you for
Sorry,
listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for doing everything that you do. We do greatly appreciate it. So, anyway, we know that you would have known that it was 54, but some people on this are having a more difficult week than others. So
It's okay. It happens, Also recording
Nice.
on Super Bowl Sunday. So when this comes out, Super Bowl Sunday will have been over.
Yeah.
Eagles have won.
Hopefully.
I hope so.
I hope so. There's
Grant-
probably some inside betting going on.
I mean, the refs.
Grant and I wore
The
red.
refs are going to win. The refs are going to win.
Yeah.
this is not in support of the
I
Chiefs.
always make out the best.
I wore green in support of I don't not really say all of America. I don't think anyone in America is real thrilled that it's a Chiefs Eagles game. That's beside the point.
I'm not either. I'm not thrilled that the Chiefs are in it. I would have been okay if it was like Eagles. And,
I wanna
don't
see a
know,
Lions
Bills,
Super Bowl.
Eagles, Bills. Yeah, I was really
Lions
hoping
and
the
Cowboys.
Lions.
Let's get them in there.
Yeah.
That'll never happen.
No.
Let's get the Bears in there.
No.
The Bears.
The Bears.
No, but it's
No.
Super Bowl Sunday today. When this comes out, obviously the Super Bowl will be long gone. And so it's Daytona week.
There it is.
Daytona 500 will just have happened yesterday. Hopefully Kyle Larson got the dub for me. Probably won't happen because restrictor plates. I mean,
Well, my guy's on his call. So Tyler Mon,
oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
spotter.
Those races, it's like a toss up anyways.
You never know.
It's like
You never know.
it's not like going to Martinsville where it's like you can race your way through. You can race your way through at Daytona and then final lap somebody else gets turned and you're done. So it's like you can't.
It's actually funny because I was looking at Instagram before this, and and Tyler on his story posted that he's there. This is 5 hours ago. Here we go, Daytona.
Let's go.
So he's there. He's getting his prep in, and this should be fun. So
Oh yeah,
Cool.
NASCAR's back. Dirt racing is going to be back.
golf's back. Waste
Yes,
Management
golf's
Open's
back.
going on right
Yep.
now. That's what's up.
Scotty.
Probably not going to win, but he'll win. When this comes out, he would have won the Genesis at Torrey Pines,
Okay, gotcha.
or won back to back. Who knows?
Yeah, Genesis is
Next week,
next weekend.
this week,
It just
the
happened.
past
yeah.
weekend, because it's episode 54.
Yeah.
All right, what are we on? What are we talking about today? What are we on to? They don't want to hear us talk about this stuff.
Maybe
This is
they
a
do.
dumb podcast.
Why not?
We're back to it being a dumb podcast.
Yep.
Full circle. We waited a whole year and we're back
Okay.
to
So
the dumb podcast.
Did we really want to go through my
yeah.
Valentine's take again? They already heard that once.
boy.
No, I know we don't
I
want to do
can
that.
readjust that reel because it never got posted because somebody said no, don't post it. But
What reel?
Might have to bring it back.
yeah. So you didn't know about it?
Oh, let's do it. Yeah,
Who
post
said
it.
no? Did Nessa say no?
No.
Was
Who?
it me?
No.
Oops.
No. Wow. What?
What the heck?
No.
Yeah. I was like, come on.
Too
That's
bad.
what we're all about.
I don't know.
Dude, so many things wouldn't have happened. We're just gonna. So, Valentine's Day. Sorry, everybody. I made chips and guac. Well, I didn't make the chips, but I made guacamole. These guys don't like guac. Bring it back. Bring it back, everybody. Change the subject.
Anyway, I was gonna say. So last night. So first of all, Dinesh was at Winter Slam. She's on her way home currently as we're recording, and so I was tasked with something very huge this morning. Waking up before I was getting ready to leave for church. I had to pick out what I was gonna wear.
Oh boy.
Hey,
Oh, dear
you look good.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks. And so, yeah, I picked out this flannel. Not at all related to the Chiefs at all. I just picked it out because I was like,
Yee.
safe bet. Yeah, this is yee flannel. So I was just like, safe bet because what I used to wear when Dennis and I started dating. She was not a fan of. It was 2 pairs of cargo shorts that I could still fit into from middle school, and then it was a rotation of 3 different T-shirts throughout the summer. And I just called it church outfit number 1, church outfit number 2, and church outfit number 3. Maybe there was a 4th, and I'm just miscounting it. But it was like, one shirt with the, basically each pair of shorts could get with the shirt.
Yeah, and if you want, what episode was that? Episode 47. I'm gonna tell you a guess in the dark that we talked about that. That's probably nowhere close. You'll have to go watch all the episodes to find out what if you really want to talk about.
It's been a little while.
40,
I don't
it's
think-
been a while, but recent.
Well, we
at
were
the same
down
time.
here, yeah.
So 47, 48 sounds about right.
Dang. Okay, David.
Boom.
But
Are you being responsible, by the way, with Danessa not being home? 'Cause that's an interesting glass you have right in front of you. It's got a little interesting look to it. I'm just saying, like,
That's from my house.
this was served to me when I got here.
Oh,
Milo's lemonade and tea.
okay, that's what it is.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the people.
Anyways, what I was getting to is, last night I'm getting ready to go to sleep. I don't know why I stayed up so late. I didn't go to sleep till midnight, but I got in bed at 11, and I get on my phone and I went to our YouTube to look up something, and so I clicked. Oh, what did I? Oh! I was going through my phone. For some reason, I was like, I want to see how much storage I have left, and it was like you have 21 something megabytes of large attachments. So I started, and then I found the video Sydney took of when I told my quick story of when I almost destroyed my laptop because I deleted the wrong stuff. Yeah, that. And then so I was like, what episode was that? So I went on YouTube, found the episode, but then what I started doing was episode 2. I'd watch the first minute, and you would always start. You'd be like, "Yeah, welcome back to the Small Town Podcast. Roll it. This is a dumb podcast." And I'd
That's
go
how we
10
started for a
I'd go,
long time.
I'd go 10 more down, and it's still kind of the same. And then once you start getting to the 20s, around Al sauce, and once we got here,
That's a
you
good
can
episode.
notice your mood changes toward the podcast because I think you bought into it more because at first you probably thought this was a dumb idea, and then once it evolved to what it is now, you're like, all right, this is legit.
It's got some legs.
Yeah.
It's still in its infancy.
Oh yeah.
We're still kind of crawling. I'm not sure we're walking yet. You gotta crawl before you walk before you run. So
Exactly.
I think
Sure.
we're
But we're definitely better than where we've started.
we're taking 2 or 3 steps and then falling down. So we're almost there.
Yeah,
We
we're
have
trying
never
to walk.
Yeah.
ever taken a step backwards with this thing. We just keep on getting everything. Every choice we make makes us better.
Okay.
Every
I'll say
Okay.
it's been fun to listen. I listen at work and lots of laughs.
oh yeah, Landon's here, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
am
hey,
here. I'm
Lana,
back.
thanks for being on again.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot to introduce you. But I feel like you're part of the team now. That's not even like I said. You're more than just a fill-in to me, man. You know.
I appreciate it. To some people, I'm just a fill-in.
That's right.
I didn't say that.
No.
I said he's
was
not
implied.
permanent. Everybody here is replaceable.
Even me?
If we haven't learned anything. Well,
Well, I
today
mean,
you
you're
showed
gonna
me
be
how to do
gone.
your job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
but it
gonna
still
leave
didn't.
here
soon.
It still didn't even go well because.
It took an hour.
If
I
you
gave
guys,
up, and
if
then
you
he
guys would
took
feel
over.
led to give, please donate to our GoFundMe because
We
it
need a
feels
camera.
it feels like the camera stuff is starting to go.
A little wonky.
Shut up.
I did it again! I need to just take
Hold on.
that button
can't.
off.
Did you hear that?
No.
David's
really?
headphones gone? Are we still
No,
recording?
I got it.
You got it. I just hit the table so hard.
I can hear myself. I can hear you guys now. I could.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like
It's a miracle. Play
Okay.
the table more. That's so funny.
I always hit that button. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
it's the that.
There you go.
Interesting.
Yeah. But anyways,
Wow.
if you guys feel led to give and help us to upgrade our camera equipment, go check
Shout
out
out.
our GoFundMe. So
Is that in the link description, the bio, all that?
It's in
good
all of our
jazz?
bios, yes.
Boom. See, I don't know. I just let
Most
you
of
guys do
them.
it.
Episode 52.2 did not have it in there just because that was a short episode. But all
Yeah.
the other ones, you're going to find it in there, especially this one. So thank you, everybody. In
And
advance.
did I hear 100 subscribers somewhere this week? Is that what I heard?
On Instagram.
followers.
Shout out.
Yep.
We'll
100 followers.
We'll have to, when we get to what?
Do 1,000.
500? I was thinking 500 first.
500 do what?
We'll have to do some giveaway or something like
You're
that.
cutting your bowl. You're doing your bowl cut, right?
No. No.
What
He's
was
gonna
that,
shave it all
Travis?
off.
I believe that was 100,000.
Dang it, that would have been a great trivia question for last year.
I believe it was
Or for last week.
100,000.
Yeah, you're right.
We're nowhere close
It was like
yet.
10. It was like at least 10,000.
We're nowhere
No,
close.
I thought I said something like I was gonna.
Both of
grow
you were
my-
going to do a bowl cut.
No,
if
I
we
thought I
got
was doing my
somebody-
mullet and then
yeah.
into a bowl cut or some.
I do feel like that might go.
No matter what,
That
someone was
might
making a stupid
go
choice.
viral. Do you like challenge
As a reel?
people? Challenge people to follow us, and us two Nimrods have to get a
I'm not dyeing my hair any color. I'm also not
bowl
cutting.
cut.
Do a pinstripe, please.
I'm out. I'm out. Anyways, what are we talking about today?
We don't have anything.
All right, on to the game.
That's just not here.
It's a boring life right now.
Vanessa is not here.
It's a hard
She
knock
is-
life.
What happened
actually.
this week?
I mean, not a whole lot, honestly.
Hard work.
I was off for I had like a whole week of work at home. I worked one day in the office. The first 2 days I was sick. Then Wednesday I felt fine.
So you're like everyone else. Everyone is sick in my office right now
Yeah.
except me.
Pretty much. It was like it wasn't bad. It was just like I was continuously like blowing my nose, and I'm like, this is just awful. I don't want to continue to do this. Not in public, at least. So I came home, worked from home, and then Thursday was snow or like ice or whatever. So I worked from home, and then Friday I always work from home. So I only went in on Wednesday.
I wish I could work from home sometimes.
No, I know you don't.
Dude, one.
It's
I wouldn't
not
do anything.
all
I'll
it's
just
cracked
say
up to
that.
be, but
Nah,
it is kind of nice once in a while.
it's cold outside. I've been on job sites this
Fair
week.
enough.
Did you know?
Our
Oh,
shop.
sorry.
Oh no, our shop's
Cutting
been
off our
slow
guest.
with work, so I get to go out on job sites, but it's cold.
Nice.
Shame.
Dude, one time
How do your glasses get so dirty?
Fingerprints. Smudgy
They're
print.
so these are actually Z87 rated, so they're safety glasses.
Okay.
Nice.
I can wear them out. They have side shields that I just took off, but it's just they get smudged.
Okay.
They're really reflective, so
That's
just
fair. That's a good answer.
yeah.
Sick. Can you
Work
like?
glasses.
You can't weld with those though.
No, I mean
No. Oh my
I was-
goodness,
I
no.
was
Jeez.
just asking.
Trying to blow his eyes out?
I'm just asking.
I've done it,
never
but
welded
it's
before.
not great.
Hey guys, I'm here.
Yeah,
Guys,
Jeez.
I gotta drive home.
I had some friends think I was like super high the one day, just because my eyes
Sorry.
were bloodshot because I was tacking stuff all day and I don't wear a hood when I tack, but it was like my brain works is like I hear a sound, so I look at what it's doing, but I'm the one making the sound and pulling the trigger and making
my
a
God.
bright light.
That's okay.
And like the guys I work with do it too. I'll be tacking, they'll look over and they're like, "Oh, I'm like, well, don't look at it."
oh my gosh,
I heard the noise.
Like I saw a bright light. I'm like, "Don't look at it."
this
It's
one.
just, it's just distracting.
I didn't know if it was the rapture.
Oh my gosh, this one time when I was working for my dad, I was in this one new construction high rise in Lancaster, and I'm 19 at the time, I was 18 at the time, and so I've never really been out like in this kind of like environment. I don't really know much about construction. Anyways, the one guy was like, all right, I need you to test the phone lines on every floor. So like go up the stairs and call me every time you get to a new phone. So I go up the stairs I get a few floors up, and these guys are standing there and they're welding this handrail on the stairs. And I'm just like, I'm scared. Like this, 18-year-old girl who has no clue where she's at or anything is like working next to all these men who are just doing whatever they're supposed to be doing. And the one guy looks at me and he goes, "Don't look." And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. And so I like turn around to the wall and all I see is my shadow. And I was like, "Hi, I made it to this floor. We're good. Okay, I gotta go by." Like, what the heck? I was so scared. But I mean, I learned, like how welding worked and whatever. Because
cool.
when you don't know, you just don't know. So
You know
sorry
what's
for my stupid question about
No, you're
your sunglasses.
No, you're good.
Not that dark. They do make them though. It's on Temu. I saw an ad on Temu once.
Temu.
Like cheap Chinese things. It's just sunglasses with like auto. I would never trust.
I
them.
said, do you actually
I
trust
would
them?
never trust that. But I mean, Miller makes like a.
Pardon.
Miller, okay.
It makes like a face mask. It's like sunglasses, but it goes around your face a little bit more.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
But yeah.
I heard somebody say that Temu is just like raccoons found things. They don't know what they're named or cost, and so they're just trying to sell them. It's basically what the things on Temu
Probably.
is.
Yeah, like I see an ad sometimes. I forget.
I wouldn't
Like
trust
you can buy a
anything.
mini excavator on
Yeah,
freaking
I
Temu.
see,
I'm like,
like-
So ridiculous.
The only thing
Something-
I would buy would be one of those K trucks, those mini trucks.
No.
I would buy one of them. I think they're cool. Someone made a Milwaukee one once.
I don't trust anything on Temu.
I don't like this. He's under the table, folks.
There's always some part in the episode where
Something came
Grant.
unplugged.
Oh, his
Something got
laptop.
unplugged.
My charger.
Oh.
Oh. I thought we weren't recording here for the entire time.
Oh, no, we're still recording.
Is somebody timing us?
Redo it.
Kind of.
I did not.
I got a rough estimate of where we're at.
Okay.
So
Just
I did not
wondering.
start a clock.
game time.
Clack.
Game time.
I have a kind of a long game, sort of.
Oh, boy.
Good.
So
Well, I did have a story though
Oh, go
in
ahead.
relation to you said blowing your nose. One time, so in like high
Oh
school.
boy.
Do we need to put a PG-13 rating on this?
No.
Gore.
Rated E.
If you're squeamish, no.
Mild violence.
I would used to get like a sinus infection that would be pretty bad, like every sometime in the fall and then always in the spring, about literally the same time. So freshman year in high school, it's biology class, and I had this sinus infection.
Mm-hmm.
I would constantly be blown. I mean, constantly. Like I would probably deplete all of my teachers' tissue box supplies
Okay.
because of how bad it was. And so this one time, I got up, blew my nose, nothing else would come out. So I'm like, all right, sit back down. Literally 2 minutes later, I'm like, oh, now I got to go blow my nose again. Get up. I got tired of it. So what did I do? I got up, grabbed the tissue box, and then went over to the trash can that was by the door and just sat down. And I'm sitting there just blowing my nose, paying attention in class. Like, I'm not sitting here goofing off while I'm blowing. I'm like, blowing my nose, trash can. Blow my nose, trash can.
Oh my gosh.
Then the teacher looks at me. Oh, you might remember. It was Mrs. Reed, I think. Old Mrs. Reed, the one biology teacher.
Oh, okay. I know
Yeah.
Mrs. Reed. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
awesome. Mm-hmm. No, the family. Yeah, good
Yeah,
family.
and I think
Good people. Good
she had a
Christians.
student teacher at the time, but still, I don't know if it was Mrs. Reed or the student teacher, but they looked at me and they go, Grant? I was like, yeah. They're like, why don't you go to the nurse? And I'm like, why? They're like, you've been sitting here for 20 minutes blowing your nose. I'm like, yeah. She's like,
Oh my gosh.
just go down to the nurse. I'm like,
Okay.
okay. Go down to the nurse, and the nurse ends up, well, I'm just going to send you home. And I'm like, what? You're sending me home? She's like, yeah. I was like, all right,
Oh my
yeah, okay. I mean, it's just a sinus infection.
Not gonna argue.
Yeah, I was like, so I got sent home for a sinus infection. That's the first and only time ever. Just because I mean, it was legit 20 minutes. I was sitting there on the floor next to the trash can blowing my nose.
Man,
my
some of
word.
us had to work hard to get the nurse to send us in.
Jeez.
I mean, I did. I sat on the floor for 20 minutes.
Dude, one time I had a peanut allergy reaction, and she was like, sent me back to class. She gave me,
You're good.
Give you
She
a
gave
pack
me
of
a-
ice.
she gave me
I'll send
two
you back.
Benadryl. She gave me 2 Benadryl, a toothbrush, and toothpaste. Told me to brush my teeth, take the pills, and sent me back to class. And then in 4th block, she calls my teacher. She's like, "How's Sydney doing?" And he looks over at me, and I was like, zoned out, staring at the floor because the Benadryl was like almost putting me to sleep. I'm just trying to stay awake. And he's like, Sydney, and I was like, huh? And he was like, yeah, she's still here. Should I be concerned? I made it the rest of the day, but yeah.
Surprised the
Lucky
nurse
you got
didn't
to go
say
home.
rub some dirt on it, Rub some dirt on it.
You're fine.
So
Yeah,
she's awesome.
ridiculous. There's
All right.
something I was gonna say.
What a
I
time.
don't remember it now.
I used to, in elementary school, I would fake get sick to go home. I think my parents definitely knew, but they couldn't do anything because the nurse was like, no, you gotta come. Like, I remember I would grab a spoon from lunch and make myself throw up. You
Touch your
Bro,
touch
you're
your
psycho.
just because I was like, I don't want to be here. So I'd
You're a
Oh my
get in the
gosh.
bathroom and spit up a little bit. I threw up, and they're like, all right, go down there. And I'd lay there, and she goes, you want to go home? I said, yeah. And
You're a
I'd just go
psycho.
home.
You're an absolute sicko.
I hated school that much.
Sicko.
Oh my gosh.
Making yourself throw up. That's
Not
just
much. I had to do that for wrestling.
It's just that's different.
That's not different. That's actually worse.
He's trying to cut weight. That makes total sense.
You can't wait just to make weight.
That's called a disorder.
That makes sense to me. I get that.
Maybe he was just trying to practice out early on because he knew he wanted to wrestle later on in
Yeah,
life. So he's
there
like,
we
I
go.
gotta practice.
Okay.
But no, the worst part was if.
Oh, there's a worse part?
Well, for me, it was.
Okay.
Did you swallow some of it back down?
Mom,
Ew,
no.
stop.
Mom
I'm
was
a loose
still
listener.
working. Mom was still working at the time, or she would sub and stuff. So there's only dad at home. And if you ever met my dad, he's not the most
Caring.
no, not
Nurturing?
caring, but
Sympathetic.
what's I'm trying to think of the word. Some people are coddling, I guess you could say.
Okay.
They like super like, oh, you're okay. And
My baby.
he knew for sure that I was faking.
He's the put some dirt on it type.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, so his thing was like, he knew I just wanted to come home and just like play and stuff. He goes, if you're sick, you're going to be in your room the whole entire day. So he would just send me up to my room and I just had to lay there and just figure out something to do. He get either that or he goes, you're not sick. And he would make me go scrape out the barn or like go work and stuff. There's one time I was actually sick and I was out of the barn the whole entire day because he was like, you're not sick. I was like, yes, I am.
It's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
Shoot, I just had a story in my head pop up, and dang, blast it.
Oh, well.
If you think of it.
Benadryl brain.
Yeah, for real, it's hidden right now. I had it. Now it's
Wasn't that
gone.
an episode?
It was
Yeah, it
episode
was.
5.
That was the one when we
It was a long
recorded
day.
2
Jeez.
previous ones, but then none of them worked because I goofed up. So then we had to do a third one all in the same day within a matter of like 6 hours. That was
What a day.
that was brutal. That was
What a day.
Wild. Good stuff.
And you
Oh, I remember the story.
You about got killed in the process.
Yeah, and I survived
So,
it.
Yeah.
there we go.
I remember the story now. So my mom used to be like a teacher's aide at the high school when I was there, and so I had what's his name?
We don't need names.
okay.
We don't need names.
He taught algebra
'Cause
too.
some of these people,
Whatever. True.
they might know that person. So
Well, it's nothing against them. It was algebra 2. And of course, I'm like, I'm never going to do this in my entire life after high school. This is dumb. And the teacher was like, all right, we're going to do test corrections. And in my head, I'm like, why are we doing test corrections? I didn't do well on the test. Like, you know, I just didn't go as good. But like, in my head, I was like, that should just be the grade I get. You know, like, I didn't prepare as well or whatever. I didn't get it. So it just means I should work at it better next time. Why are we going to sit here, go through our whole test, correct the problems we got wrong to get half a point back? I'm like, this is dumb. I'm like, give me the grade that I got the first time because that's what I should get. So I was like, I'm not doing them. So what's he do? He calls down to the room my mom's in and says, hey, your son's not going to do the test corrections. And I'm like,
got him.
like, you freaking kidding me? So then I had to do the freaking test corrections. Like, this is dumb.
That's funny.
I will say, I'm very, very, very anti test corrections.
Yeah.
But it surprises me in the real world how often you get time to correct,
Yeah, actually fix your mistakes.
A mistake that you might have made that you just didn't realize.
Yeah.
Now, that was nice,
I thought that was Landon.
Solid like 5, I'm gonna say.
but
Do it into the
Moving
mic next time.
I tried to avoid that.
but yeah, that was.
Not hard enough.
So I don't know how I feel. I don't know, but
I will say, back in, I guess it was like 9th grade when I took my first CAD class, like engineering and such. If you didn't get a 10 on your paper, he handed it back to you and was like, in the real world, they won't accept any mistakes. Like, even in my job, it's like you send your work to somebody else to check. And if it's not perfect, you send it back. So, like, that is how the real world works.
Yeah.
Like, you get a chance after chance after chance. I mean,
well,
if you
to an
make
extent.
if you make mistakes, then like frequently enough, you're gonna get replaced. But if like you mess up, they're gonna be like, "Hey, this is wrong. Fix it," because we won't accept something that's like imperfect. So
yeah.
I think there's a
Depends on the
difference.
company.
Yeah.
depends on the company and the job. Like as an engineer, we fix our mistakes. We catch it
Right.
before it's an issue. Because if it gets to the field, then
The
it's
good ones,
huge.
I should say, catch.
Yeah, a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of what I do is something doesn't feel right or doesn't look right. Like it's not that because when you're doing numbers and all that stuff, like you can get some. You kind of know what you're expecting to see.
Carry the 5, then add the
So
1.
so it's like okay, well, based on what we did this month, something doesn't feel right with these numbers. Something doesn't look right. One of the two, right? So what is it? Is it something funky that went on, or is it something got done wrong? So that's kind of where and then okay, something got done wrong. Here's what we need to do. Go do it again, or okay, it's just a weird anomaly.
Yeah.
So I'll move on. But anyways,
It's easier to catch stuff. Yeah.
yeah. All right. That
Cool.
was good.
So we have this game. I kind of teased it last week.
That was a new game.
New game.
Okay.
So I follow this guy on Instagram,
Yeah.
and whatever.
No, it's me, obviously.
I came across this account.
Oh, I thought it was me.
Whatever. I came across this account of this guy
Maybe it's
who
Landon.
makes. No, it's not either of you. Any of you. It's actually the opposite of all you guys. I believe.
Hey, where's the other thing at? We only got one today.
They all fell down.
Yeah, notice
Oh.
who's is last standing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Notice whose is the best score though.
Anyway,
Anyways,
we get off
Who
the
shot from
rails so
farther
easy.
away?
now it just looks jank.
Yeah.
One piece of tape and then one with a target.
Anyways. all right.
Anyways, so I follow this guy on Instagram. He makes pizzas
Okay.
with random toppings, and
Okay.
his shtick is making pizzas more controversial than pineapple on pizza.
Oh, what?
And so I was
Okay.
like, this has got to be good. So I've been following him for months
For the
now.
record, pineapple on pizza is not that controversial.
It's not.
Does not belong on a pizza.
Yeah, it does.
This is
No.
why this is the game, because of Grant's comment
It's a
just
fruit.
2 seconds ago. So
Not pizza.
Only meat on a pizza.
Yeah.
I went through and I collected
Do you
6
put cheese on your pizza?
It comes from meat.
Cheese already comes on the pizza, though.
That's not a meat. You said only meats.
I'm talking like toppings, like the extras, like
You
the
said
cheese is.
only meats.
But you don't make a pizza without cheese.
I
That's
do.
Not even a pizza.
I do.
Okay.
Well, that's weird.
So this is gonna be a great game.
Thank you.
I love this. I love this already. This is exactly what we're trying to get. So
You're just like the government. Create division.
I love it. This is what people come to listen to, and if it's not, stop listening, because this is exactly what we're gonna try to give you. So I went through his page and
Okay.
I found 16 different pizzas,
Okay.
and so we're going to do a bracket style elimination.
Okay. Let's
So I'm
do
gonna
it.
give you 2,
All right.
and then I'll give you 2 more, and then we're gonna
Sweet.
go back.
Sweet.
Okay.
So what if?
and then you're gonna make us the one that wins, right?
No, I'm
Oh,
not.
no,
I
I can't be a
could.
tie because there's only 3 of us. It works.
I could. So
Hold
you guys
on.
have to agree.
Oh,
Hold
we
on.
have to agree.
Hold on.
What a majority vote though?
Yeah, majority vote.
Yeah, majority or whatever.
Because there's 3 of us, so
Yeah.
2 and 1,
Works.
2 wins. Are we trying to vote on the most disgusting or the most that we would like?
The one you would eat.
The one we would
Pick
eat.
your
Okay.
favorite
Okay.
out of the 2.
Okay.
So, as an example, also as the first round, your options are bananas and bacon, or mangoes, jalapenos, and salami.
Mangoes, jalapeno, and salami.
I'm gonna force down bananas and bacon because I do not like jalapenos because that would burn my mouth off. And of course, the vote comes down to the dude that came in a banana crate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm
man.
trying to think. It's like the mangoes and the jalapenos would honestly wouldn't be probably too bad.
That's
like,
what
it's
I'm
a little bit of a
saying.
sweet
And spicy? I know.
But salami, I'm not. You kind of lost me at salami. I'm not a big salami fan. But
Okay.
bananas and bacon.
So, bananas and bacon won that one?
I think I'm gonna go with jalapenos and mango.
And salami. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds interesting.
All right, so
How do you do that then? Like,
so
is there-
you're going to go first this time. You're going to go second. I'm going to go third.
Okay.
That way, I'll put me in the 3 spot if need be, and then we'll just
All right.
rotate. Okay.
So, no, this is just like, so like that one makes it to the next round.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
But,
now I'm gonna
but like we were 1v1. He was the deciding vote. So I'll be the deciding vote if need be.
Got
That'll be
it.
Grant. We'll just kind of go in a
yeah, we'll rotate it that way.
Got it. Okay. So, your next ones are either kiwis and olives, or grapes and feta cheese.
You said feta cheese?
Feta, yeah.
Never heard of that. But
It's crumbly, more of a sharp cheese.
I'll go grapes and cheese.
I'm going grapes and cheese.
Yeah, no, actually, kiwis and olives are 2 things I just can't do with.
Yeah,
And even though I'm not a cheese guy, I'll put the feta cheese down. So
Dang, okay.
And I will say before Sydney announces the next one, play along in the comments,
Yeah.
people. Tell
Yeah,
us what you would
seriously.
pick.
Yeah, tell us what you want.
yeah, tell us your favorite. See if it matches up with what we got in the final.
And if there's one that wasn't, that's hasn't been said or did not get, I guess, thrown up on this bracket thing,
Let us know.
comment your own. Be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
dude, I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
this
yeah.
combo. Like
Your
I go
weird
out,
combos.
I get freaking grass from my uncle's yard in Alabama and a little bit of mulch. With some feta cheese on top.
Sydney's about to spit out her Coke over here.
If you need to use my cup, there's not much tea left.
All right, we're good.
All right.
Dang, I thought we were going to get Coke everywhere. I really thought I was going to choke there.
Have it on there while you're at it too.
Grass from my uncle's farm in Alabama.
With the grasshoppers, you know.
I'm sorry if I laughed at you and that's your actual preference. All right, next one.
If that actually is, and somebody comments that and they're dead serious, that is wild. I will say.
Landon,
Yeah, it
you go
really
first
is.
this time.
So these are both sets of 3. First one is tuna, capers, and prosciutto. Second one is pickles, jalapenos, and pepperoni.
What was it? Tunas and what?
Tuna, capers,
Capers.
and
What is
prosciutto.
capers?
Capers
It's
are like, I don't even know how to explain them.
they kind of look like a pea to a degree,
Yeah, there's some
okay.
sort of
but
like
they have a different little bit of a
they're kind of like not sour, but like
yeah.
I won't say they're pickled, but they're like
No.
Zesty.
yeah, they're zesty in a sense.
So, all right, Landon.
What was the second one?
Pickles, jalapenos, and pepperoni.
I'm about to go pickles, pepperonis, whatever. Just because I'm gonna pick the pickles off.
Whoa,
Because
no, that's the, no, you
I
can't
hate-
do that.
Why? I do it on everything else.
Yeah, no.
You can't
There's
do
no
that.
picking off.
All
There's
right,
no
I'll-
picking off.
Like when I picked
Yeah, there's
bananas and
nothing
bacon, I said I'll just
All
force
right.
down
Yeah,
all
because
bananas
if
and bacon.
that's the case, I'm just gonna pick the bananas off and we're having bacon pizza. That's awesome.
Pickles
Fine.
on pizza is actually really good.
I hate pickles in general.
What
Well,
the
I know.
heck?
I hate dill pickles.
Let's go.
Sweet pickles or whatever they're called. Bread
Like-
and butter.
Anyway.
I
Yeah,
like
bread and
bread and
butter?
butter pickles.
Whatever.
They're good. But
I love
yeah,
pickles.
that's my choice.
I'm going tuna,
Okay.
capers, and what was the other
Prosciutto.
thing? Yeah, prosciutto.
Yeah, I'll do the tuna one
Dang.
because tuna's a good fish.
Did you say you're going to do the pickles and jalapenos then?
But so tuna wins.
Yeah, it does.
So is it me first again, Landon?
Yep, back
Yep.
to you. So next
I bet
round is either blueberries and sausage or
Sounds pretty good actually.
corn and prosciutto.
Blueberries and sausage.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the blueberries and sausage.
It's like a breakfast pizza.
Yeah,
Blueberry and sausage.
that actually sounds somewhat
Yeah.
interesting.
Dang, dang. All right. So I believe that the blueberries were made into a sauce first as well. So these aren't all just like.
Hypothetical.
That
They-
actually sounds even better now that I'm thinking about it.
So I think
might have to try this one.
I didn't like if I would have like listed exactly what was on all these pizza. I
would've
just
taken
kind of like
forever.
went with right.
Yeah.
So the way he makes them is like the kiwis
Right.
was like the sauce or the whatever. So like there was a lot of other things on these as well. But
Like
I just
a blueberry marinara actually sounds quite interesting
do you
to
ever
try.
have blueberry syrup?
No.
It's big and
Interesting.
Blueberry
big.
syrup.
Anyways,
Really good, really sweet.
Okay,
You're
You can get it at
first.
Cracker Barrel. You can get it at Cracker Barrel.
You can get it. Okay.
Whatever. All right, next one is tuna, olives, and onions, or applesauce, prosciutto, and sausage.
What is prosciutto?
It's a type of meat.
Meat.
It's a type of like
it's
Give me the
a-
apples
deli
then.
meat.
Then the,
like
and the prosciutto and the sausage.
It's like an
It's like
Italian
a
ham?
soft, yeah.
It's like an
Yeah.
Italian sausage.
Like
No,
Italian
not
ham,
sausage.
I think.
It's like a ham. Yeah, kind of close to it. Really,
me-
usually cut really thin.
What was the
I think
second one
it's-
then?
Second one is applesauce, prosciutto, and sausage. First one is tuna, olives, and onions.
I'm gonna go applesauce.
That's 3 for that one.
All right,
Dang.
quick story about the sausage.
Okay.
So we went on a mission trip a couple years ago with the church I used to attend, and I think Rook was also along on this trip because this is when we were all still at that same church. And the one kid, his name's Ben. His mom had just gotten back from Germany. I think like she went over there to vacation or something, and she got this like German sausage from over there, and so he brought it along, and I think it was like a pound or something like that. I don't know. But he basically, no, not basically. He ate all the sausage on the drive out.
Jeez.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're like, Ben, what? And so
Pound of sausage.
we're up above the bathrooms doing some work, kind of clearing the side of the hill with a bunch of like small trees and whatnot. And it was probably like at least for the first 2 or 3 days, Ben would be working and he'd be like, I'll be back. He'd go down, be gone for like a half hour. Okay. The one time he was gone for a half hour. I mean, you have to walk up the hill. It's like a pretty good sized hill, like, switchbacks a couple times. He gets back up to the top, literally gets up to the top, and we're like, how you feel, Ben? And he goes, I'll be back. Literally turned right around and went right back down the hill.
Oh my
We're
gosh.
like, you're not going to eat any more sausage, are you? He's like, No.
Oops.
Ugh.
Made that mistake once.
Prosciutto is an Italian ham.
Oh, okay.
Confirmed.
Cool.
From the
Confirmed.
hind legs of pigs.
I think.
Ooh.
If we were playing, like trivia, that should have been an extra bonus point for me. So I think it's 1-0 me. Just saying.
Yes, Damon. Yes, you got a point. What the heck? All right. So next one. Back to who? Grant.
Great.
First
I
choice?
was the deciding vote, but it didn't matter because we all three agreed.
So
So
then I'm the deciding vote, which means
It's Landon.
You. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Watermelon and bacon, or oranges and hot honey.
that's actually tough.
Sounds.
That's tough, isn't it?
What? Watermelon and
Bacon?
and then hot honey and oranges. Oof.
Yeah, these aren't all like disgusting.
No,
Some of them are
that's-
pretty.
Yeah,
sound good.
it's a shame that these two have to go up against each other in the first round because I feel like these two could have made it par. Huh. Grant, I got a feeling this is gonna come down to you because I think I know where he's leaning. I'm leaning the other way.
I know where he's leaning too.
I'm going orange and hot honey.
I knew that's where you're going. I'm going watermelon and bacon.
Are you?
Give me the watermelon and bacon.
I saw that coming.
Watermelon crawl, baby.
Drink, don't drive, do the watermelon carbonara.
I'm just thinking like
Or
if
have
he had like
watermelon and
a
bacon pizza.
orange like sauce, an orange
Which is
sauce,
probably
and
what it
then hot
was.
honey on it.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It was like chunks of clementine. Like
Oh.
Interesting.
cut up, put up all in there. I think there was some prosciutto on there as well. Whatever kind of cheese, but it sounded kind of good.
Yeah.
All right, so this next one, I got to kind of explain it. Instead of it just being like this is a sauce, it's jalapenos infused with whiskey and maple with some other stuff on there. Or a Thanksgiving themed with like turkey and cranberries
On the pizza.
on the pizza. Excuse me.
That's got to be like a cranberry sauce.
Cranberry sauce plus whole cranberries on top.
With turkey and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
Whiskey and maple infused jalapenos.
This is gonna shock people. Give me the cranberry and turkey.
Okay. Decent.
This isn't going to shock people. Give me the cranberry and turkey.
Make that 3. I'm going for
Dang,
Thanksgiving.
all right.
Okay.
I really thought the sweet the sweet jalapenos would
I don't know. I'm
And
just
the-
thinking
and
like
the
whiskey,
Jalapenos
the whiskey
are
would get
spicy.
cooked off, but
Yeah.
right. It would just kind of leave the flavor.
they
flavor.
leave the
of it,
flavor.
yeah.
But it's interesting.
All right, these last two are going to probably be not as good sounding as the rest of them have been. We're back to
Yeah.
Grant.
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 All right, either pears and chestnuts or mushrooms and peanuts.
Neither of which Cindy
Nah.
can eat.
Neither of which I can have. So
So what is it again? Something
pears and chestnuts,
Pears and
or
chestnuts.
mushrooms and peanuts.
I'm just going to force down pears and chestnuts.
I'm going for pears and chestnuts.
I hate mushrooms.
I'm a pear fan, so let's
Yeah,
go pears.
I like pears. I hate
Chestnuts.
mushrooms.
Easy enough.
I hate mushrooms.
yeah.
I've heard like peanut sauce is like good, and everyone loves mushrooms.
You've heard.
recommend trying it.
I've heard. I mean, like, I don't know, but like a type of sauce, I don't know. All right. So this is the second round. That was the last. That was the last bit
the
of
elite eight.
So now
Ooh,
we're in
yeah,
the eight.
yeah,
Yes.
Hey, that's coming up. Dude.
March will be here before you know it. I'm
I know.
pumped.
This is a little
Penn State
teaser
sucks.
for.
Poverty right now.
Okay. Can we just a little side note? This is why one of the greatest lines ever is when you lose, talk little. When you win, talk less.
Mm-hmm.
Penn State is 2-10 since Mike Rhodes got on the mic and said, "That's what we do at Penn State. This is what we're going to do after upsetting Purdue." They're 2-10 against Power 5 teams. After that, Mike Rhodes, fool. That's a foolish move, and you're getting humbled as a result. Let's continue with the Elite Eight.
All right. First round.
I didn't see
It's
that.
bad. It's bad.
Oh, it is awful.
I'll send you the video.
I went to the game this past weekend,
Yeah.
so we'll see how that goes. Surprisingly, it actually will probably be a good game because Washington is just as bad.
Okay. So, how do these all get mixed up? All right, they're all mixed up, but that's fine.
Well, as long as they're all in the 8, we're good.
They're all in the 8.
Okay.
All right. Kind of going backwards here. We're
Okay.
doing.
Chestnuts.
That one got set to the bottom. I was doing the whole like check the thing. Whatever. We're doing. Who's first? Landon.
Landon's
Landon.
first, yeah.
All right. Turkey and cranberries or watermelon and bacon?
I'll go with turkeys and cranberry.
Are you
Really?
serious?
What?
Oh,
Dang.
watermelon and bacon.
Yeah, watermelon and bacon.
Nah, I'm sticking with my Thanksgiving theme.
Not that one.
Watermelon and bacon.
Dude, watermelon and bacon.
All right. All
I
right.
know.
That's a solid Final Four. That's a solid.
Yeah.
pick.
I always thought, like, I didn't think the turkey was going to make it because I always think turkey gets dry. So then I thought that would not be.
Oh, see, then the turkey you have just isn't done by
That
the
was
right
good.
person.
I saw a dude make a carnivore pizza. He called it,
Mm-hmm.
where the chicken or turkey was the base,
Oh.
and then he put the sauce on top and then cheese and stuff like that. So that's where I was going. Like you
Yeah.
make the turkey as like the bread.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Watermelon and bacon.
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right. Watermelon and
It
bacon
just
moves on.
sounds so good.
It does.
yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Do you ever have grilled watermelon?
No.
Really good. Really good.
No.
Okay, next one to Damon.
Me.
Blueberries and sausage or tuna capers and prosciutto?
Blueberries and sausage.
Blueberries and sausage.
Blueberries.
That's this is we're 2 for 2. These are two fun. These are good two.
Yeah.
I like both of those in the final 4. I really do.
All right, Grant. Grapes and feta or mangoes, jalapenos, and salami?
Oh, grapes and feta.
Grapes and feta.
Wow, I was gonna say mango, but grapes and feta it is.
Not a bad choice. I feel like
Okay, so
cooked grapes wouldn't be too bad.
if I remember correctly, this one should be an easy one for us.
I think. I don't know.
Maybe.
I can't remember.
Who's
Landon.
Me.
It'd be Landon. This one should be an easy one for us, I think.
pears and chestnuts,
Yeah.
applesauce,
Yep.
prosciutto, and sausage?
Yep.
Yeah.
Applesauce.
It's applesauce. and
Applesauce.
sausage. Yeah. Yeah.
Send it to the final 4.
So we got 3 of these
Decent.
4 I really like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
3 of these 4 I
This is
really
gonna
like.
be this is gonna be
interesting.
tough.
Yeah.
There's one odd one out that's gonna lose.
So
but the
maybe
other-
we will make this pizza for lunch or dinner next time. Okay.
Okay.
So
Why not?
final
Yeah.
4.
Dude, send it.
Final 4.
And
so,
if I throw up from it, then whatever.
no, absolutely not. Okay.
What would be the first thing you got sick from that Sydney made?
What was the first one?
What's it? What was the first one?
Something chicken. I didn't eat it.
Where you
Wasn't
thought
it?
the chicken was raw, wasn't it? Something like that.
I didn't make that.
Oh, she's not here to defend herself, is she? Oh, that's
No,
bad.
I didn't get sick from that.
That's bad on me. Who
Oh.
got sick from that? Somebody got sick from that.
Nobody got
Nobody got sick.
sick. I think
I think she was worried about getting sick, but
Oh,
the chicken
okay.
was done.
Okay.
Oh no!
Sorry, Vanessa,
That
let me
is
go.
when I remember now. I
threw up.
I fake threw up, but then I did it like so well and like I guess
Reset-
put so much effort into it. It actually didn't like hurt my throat for that
okay.
episode. Like I'm like, what the heck? I didn't
Okay.
even throw up. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Got
Risa, I picked up and then I'm like, "Ugh," and she's like, bink, click, hung up.
Oh my gosh.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, that's what that
Okay.
was.
Got it.
All right. Final 4.
Should I become an actor?
No.
Sounds like I sold that pretty well.
All right. So
Yeah.
we've got one difficult one here, and we've got one easy one.
Yeah.
Either that or whatever. Okay. So they're also all mixed up again. So
Yeah, go
who's going
ahead.
first?
Damon.
I think this might need to be group discussion here.
Oh boy.
Okay.
we can.
Because if
Fair
we're
enough.
if we're thinking about actually making this and eating this, I think we got to make
Okay.
group discussion here.
Rational
We
choices
gotta
here.
Okay.
yeah, have a hearing.
Yeah.
Congressional hearing.
That's right.
So your options are applesauce and prosciutto and sausage, or grapes and feta.
Wait.
This is for one of
Do you want them mixed up?
this is one of the final 4 ones.
Do you want them ordered differently so you have your 2 favorites in the last round?
I feel like this will. Wow. That's.
What do you think?
I'm
like,
leaning
shouldn't-
more towards grapes and feta. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how I feel about prosciutto.
Yeah.
What is prosciutto again, though?
Italian
It's
ham.
Italian ham.
Type of ham, really thinly cut, very tender.
I've seen
melts
it.
in
It
your
doesn't
mouth.
look appetizing.
It's really good.
Is it?
And it's applesauce, prosciutto, and what?
Sausage. Whatever kind of sausage. It said like Italian sausage, so it would have been spicier, but you know, whatever sausage you want.
I'm gonna go with the applesauce route. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the applesauce route.
I'll dig it.
Okay.
Are we? Is that a group effort?
That was okay. This, yeah.
This is gonna be the tough one.
Blueberries and, sausage,
And this is the winner. This is gonna be the winner.
Yeah.
watermelon and bacon.
This is tough. Why couldn't we get this? We should have reordered it to get this for the final.
Yeah.
I thought about that, but
Disappointing.
sorry, I didn't read them fast enough.
Shoot.
I don't know. I'm still thinking
So
that.
blueberry and sausage,
Yeah.
watermelon and bacon. I mean,
I would like to try the blueberry and sausage, just because I think that'd be pretty good.
I
I
mean,
don't know,
watermelon
though.
and bacon sounds good too.
I feel like maybe we should kind of. You remember how we had the tea tasting and we had a live tea tasting to solve our final?
Yeah.
I feel like we might have to, you know,
Yeah. Maybe we take the final four into
No,
real
no,
life.
no, 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 no.
Because the one had jalapenos in it or something.
No,
Heck
yeah.
to the no.
No. Final four would have been these four and then grapes and feta.
Oh.
Oh.
Man.
I've been deleting these as we go, so there's no way to get these back either.
Oh, okay.
Whoops.
Jeez Louise. I mean, I don't think this is going to sound wild. This is going to sound real wild. I don't think a blueberry watermelon sausage bacon pizza sounds terrible, to be honest with you. Combine them both together. I don't think that sounds terrible.
No, because bacon and sausage together is phenomenal.
And the
Blueberry and
blueberry and the
watermelon.
watermelon, they pair each other out well. Mm-hmm. Oh man, this is tough.
Before we make any decisions, what do you think these guys are going to pick? Put it in the comments.
Yeah,
please.
put it in the comments.
I just want to know because I'm sitting here going, "What are you guys going to pick?"
I don't think we
lost.
know. That's the,
Yeah.
that's the.
You got to pick one. It's for the game.
I'm almost ready just to flip a coin.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that. Making it some kind of random.
So what is
Should
it? It's
I-
blueberry sausage.
Yeah.
Blueberries and sausage, or watermelon and bacon. I'm so glad I stumped you guys. I thought this was going to be like a.
Okay, watermelon and bacon sounds so good, but I'm going blueberries and sausage. That's my final answer. Blueberries and sausage for me.
That's what Landon said.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be a leader and just.
Oh, Landon already went?
Landon said blueberries and sausage sounds really good. I don't know if he had made
I
a
was just
decision.
kind of thinking out loud, but that's
Yeah.
where I was more or less leaning to. So I'm
Do
gonna say
you
blueberry
agree?
and sausage.
I was going to go watermelon and bacon.
Doesn't matter. Blueberries and sausage won.
So
Make it on your own time.
blueberries and sausage versus
Vanessa!
and that's gonna be our champion. We know it.
applesauce, prosciutto, and sausage.
That's
Which one?
blueberries and sausage.
Blueberries and sausage wins.
Right? I mean, neither you're picking applesauce, prosciutto, and what?
Even though it made it to the top two,
Yeah, well,
That was just because the other choices were
fraudulent.
awful.
they were not that bad.
Fraudulent brackets.
Dang.
Almost as bad as the college football playoff bracket.
All right, there we go.
Start cooking,
Yeah.
Sydney.
Blueberries and sausage. I'll figure out how to make it this
Okay.
week. Do you guys ever have grilled pizza? Pizzas on the grill.
Yeah,
I
That's
think.
how I feel like these need to be made. So I don't know if we can
probably.
do that yet. But
Wait till summer. Where's
at
spring?
some point,
Yeah,
Spring.
yeah.
spring. Somebody who has a grill can cook.
So does anybody know of like a blueberry and sausage and pizza scripture verse? Because I don't.
I do not.
Some kind of like manna verse or whatever.
Yeah, something to get us in the ministry minutes.
No, I don't know anything.
Okay.
Damn it, you don't have any kind of cool,
don't.
cheesy transition?
Nothing.
Dang it.
Nothing.
Something about honey being sweet words for the soul. So as Grant's getting ready to go here, this is our second week of the Fruits of the Spirit talk, which I was thinking about this. The first 3 weeks of this Fruits of the Spirit is just like our Advent weeks. We got love, joy, peace as the first three. So
cool.
this week is joy. Last week we had love, which we should have thought this through a little bit more because I guess tomorrow's episode, week of Valentine's Day, love kind of makes sense, but we could have done. Do you want to throw up for real,
No.
Damon? Or
Control
he's over
your
here going
excitement, Damon.
Damon just loves love,
I do love.
but it is what it is. So, yeah, Grant is going to be bringing us a little something about joy this week.
Sweet. Let's
Actually,
do
I
it.
did not pick joy because I didn't know what order we were going, and I went
Oh, you picked
back.
a different one?
Yes. So
Oh, that's
I
fine.
went back and looked at, in the episode to see if we said it somewhere, and I could have just skipped over the part, but I didn't hear it said, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna pick
I
whatever.
thought I texted. I said, "Oh, it's joy this week."
How confident you were
Did
for
you
him to be
really?
like, yeah, nah, it's not joy.
Who's going to do the ministry minute this week? The word this week is joy.
Well, I did. I just read right over that.
That's okay. I mean, it's just the fruits. It's not like it's that important.
There's
Hey.
no real specific order.
I
There
didn't.
is no order.
I didn't read that either, so you're good.
That's okay.
You're
Which
I
one did
actually
you pick?
really like this one, patience.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Yeah.
Love
You're
is
not too. That's
patient.
like week 4, but it's fine. We can
Whatever.
mix them up.
This is even better.
Yeah, let's
So,
do it.
Yup.
All right.
All right. So as I pull this,
Let's get
one
serious.
verse up,
Get in.
I
It's
just wanna
serious
make sure
time
this
now.
is right. What I wrote down because I did a lot of writing down last night.
Nice.
Actually. Oh, no, I don't want to review the Bible app. Just get off my screen. All right.
Hey, do not be overcome by evil. Okay.
Have patience.
but overcome evil with good. That's today's verse
Okay,
of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So don't let that evil overcome you.
All right. So, yeah, for some reason, as I was, I think I do remember. Whatever.
So where are we at?
We're gonna start in Ecclesiastes 7:8, and so I went on Bible Gateway and typed in fruits of the Spirit, so I could see the verse, see all of them again, and so I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna do patience. Screw what Sydney texted me to do.
Oh, okay. Even though you didn't see it. But
Yeah,
Whatever.
well, I saw it. But anyways, so one of the verses that came up, like when you type patience, I think is what I did then, was Ecclesiastes 7:8. And it says, finishing is better than starting. Patience is better than pride. And so I think then, what did I do? I typed in patience or something. And, you know, I'm going through and I clicked like the topical section instead of seeing verses. And it was like all these things. And it was like, see something. It was like 2 words connecting to click for patience or something. So I clicked that. Well, then it takes me to, and it took me to Revelation, which, crap, I forget. Who wrote Revelation? Was it Paul?
John.
John. Okay. And it was to the message of the church in Ephesus. So it took me to Revelation 2:3, or 2:2 and 2:3. And these 2 words, I was kind of like, this is interesting. I've never really looked into patience like this. And this was really like actually speaking to myself as well. So Revelation 2, chapter 2, and I'm going to read verses 2 and 3. I know all the things you do. I have seen your hard work and your patient endurance. I know you don't tolerate evil people. You have examined the claims of those who say they are apostles but are not. You have discovered they are liars. You have patiently suffered for me without quitting. So I'm like, I was like, patiently enduring, patiently suffering. I'm like, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, and that's Jesus recognizing that, talking to John to relay to the church in Ephesus. I think it's very important that that's Jesus himself acknowledging what he sees us doing, right?
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, this is really interesting. Like I've just always heard patience, not patiently enduring or patiently suffering. So then I think I searched it on Bible Gateway, obviously nothing. So I was like, all right, I'm heading to Google to see what I can find. See, if I can find a good biblical-based, Christian-based website.
Okay.
And funny enough, this is actually from Young Life Discipleship. I didn't realize it right away. I just saw Young Life Discipleship. I was like, oh, what's that? And then I actually read it again, later. I was like, oh,
Okay.
Young Life,
Ha.
So
Got him.
yeah. But I was like, this is good. It's like a whole little thing on patiently enduring. Tech today allows us to get everything instantly. Life still requires patient waiting. No one likes to wait. Obviously, our society is now. I can't wait. I need it now. I want it now, and it's extremely difficult to patiently endure because of how our society is built today. Right here in the palm of my hand is everything. I can look up something and get an answer instantly right away. I can order something right away, but then I got to wait for it to show up or whatever. So the task or the ability to patiently wait, endure, I'm putting quotes around endure because you're not really enduring anything when you're waiting for your Amazon package to come. But you still got to be patiently, you still have to wait for it patiently. It's not going to show up, within 20 minutes, obviously. And so I have a couple more verses here. And let me get back to Psalms somewhere here. Okay. Psalms 69:7. And this is David. And he says, For I endure insults for your sake. Humiliation is written all over my face. Even my own brothers pretend they don't know me. They treat me like a stranger. So, there he's saying, I am in, he feels really humiliated. He's saying about how he feels, and saying about even his own brothers pretend they don't know him. They treat him like a stranger. He is, enduring that that suffering, that humiliation. And in Matthew, it's mentioned twice in Matthew, this verse. I'll also, if you want to look it up to at least follow along, Matthew 10:22. And then the same subject is also referenced in Matthew 24:12 and also Mark 13:13. So if you want to see like how it's, written in those different areas of the Bible. But I'm going to read Matthew 10:22. And all nations will hate you because you are my followers, but everyone who endures to the end will be saved. And so there it's like, all right, look, because you are choosing to follow me, to make your life more Christ-like, people are going to hate you. You might have to endure many trials and troubles. And it even says that. And it says that here in the Young Life discipleship thing. I might have wrote it down too. But let me find it here somewhere. I probably just scrolled right past it. But it said, oh, here it is. God does not promise his children that they will live easy peasy, trouble-free lives. Just the opposite.
Yep.
Jesus, Paul, and all the other writers and teachers in the Bible make it very clear that life is hard and we are going to face lots of difficult things. So right there, we're going to endure trials and troubles. And we have to patiently endure through that. And obviously that's going to look very different for everybody because we're not all going to go through the same trials, troubles, struggles. We all struggle with different things. And so it's going to look different for everybody, but everybody, is going to endure through that. And so let me get back to 2 Corinthians.
Yeah, and while you're getting to 2 Corinthians, well, I'll just hop in here and say
go ahead.
It's easier to live according to the world than it is according to the Word of God. Mm-hmm. It's easier to live according to what the world says how to live than it is what the Word of God says. Because you have to sacrifice your own flesh, your own free will, in order to follow what Jesus commands us to. Right? Paul says that, that I believe it's Romans 7:15, someone would have to check me on that no good dwells within me. Paul's writing this, but he says it's because of his flesh, because his flesh is of sinful nature. Mm-hmm. And I think it's important that we remember that is that we are of the flesh. So we are of sinful nature. It's through the blood of Jesus Christ that we were saved, and we have to choose to live for him, and that's much harder to do. We have to openly endure and sacrifice in order to truly live that out. So I just want to kind of bring in and kind of help people understand a little bit why you're talking about the endurance aspect of it, because I think it's very important.
And so in 2 Corinthians 1, chapter 1, they just kind of picked a verse. They picked verse 6. I read verse 6, and then I just kind of read that whole section in my Bible. I have I think it's the Life Study Application Bible, which a great tool if you're trying to really read your Bible and learn more about it, because it gives you these breakdowns at the bottom. Like it has your verses, and in the bottom half of the page or whatever, it has like your breakdowns, and it really explains it well for people that are like, okay, like I want to know what this is really saying, because I struggle with times trying to decipher what they're trying to say, and it really is helpful. But as I also like to do, I read a verse and then I read the context around it just to see, because sometimes they pick the one verse just to get their point across. It's like, well, I like to look at the whole context. Mm-hmm. And so I am just going to read the whole thing and go from there. So 2 Corinthians 1, starting at verse 3, it says, "All praise to God, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. God is our merciful Father, source of all comfort. He comforts us in all of our troubles so that we can comfort others." Oh, I have a glare. Sorry. "When they are troubled, we will be able to give them the same comfort God has given us. For the more we suffer for Christ, the more God will shower us with his comfort through Christ. Even when we are weighed down with troubles, it is for your comfort and salvation. For when we ourselves are comforted, we will certainly comfort you. Then you can patiently endure the same things we suffer. We are confident that as you share in our sufferings, you will also share in the comfort God gives us." We think you ought to know, dear brothers and sisters, about the trouble we went through in the province of Asia. We were crushed and overwhelmed beyond our ability to endure, and we thought we would never live through it. In fact, we expected to die. But as a result, we stopped relying on ourselves and learned to rely on God, who raises the dead. And he did rescue us from mortal danger, and he will rescue us again. We have placed our confidence in him, and he will continue to rescue us. And you are helping us by praying for us. Then many people will give thanks because God has graciously answered so many prayers for our safety. And did I want to read one of these? I think I'll just read this one breakdown. It breaks down verse 5. So verse 5 was, "For the more we suffer for Christ, the more God will shower us with his comfort through Christ." And my Bible says here in the breakdown, suffering for Christ refers to those afflictions we experience as we serve him. At the same time, Christ suffers with his people since they are united with him. In Acts 9, 4 and 5, Jesus asked Paul why he was persecuting him. This implies that Christ identified with and suffered with the early Christians when they were persecuted. And I highlighted in here, 5 and 6 saying, even when we are weighed down with troubles, it is for your comfort and salvation. And then even after that, it says, for when we ourselves are comforted, we will certainly comfort you. Then you can patiently endure the same things we suffer. And I guess thoughts on that first, if you guys have anything.
Don't look at me. I
didn't know. If you wanted to jump in and say something.
No, you're good.
But if not, I can keep going.
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. I think I know where you're going to take this. I think we're going to have a good discussion then, but I don't want to hop in too soon.
Okay, you're good. So then the last thing, I think I'll kind of hit from this. So followers of Jesus are called to abide in him. This is from the Young Life Discipleship. Followers of Jesus are called to abide in him, trusting that he is good, that he is with us, and that he cares. Without that kind of trust, we won't be able to patiently endure the hard times of life. They go on to say, according to the Bible, faithful endurance is not just an outer display of discipleship. It's also a main way that God forms us into faithful disciples. Read the scripture passages carefully. Patient endurance changes us into the people God wants us to be. I do like this last paragraph. Patient endurance is a very big deal in our speedy, want it, need it now world. It's only possible with the Holy Spirit's help. And so what's funny is I'm going through this discipleship thing with Pastor Jim at church and a couple other groups of guys. And at the end of each week, we're heading into week 3. By the time this comes out, we have done week 3. But at the end of each session, we do this I will statement. I believe I will. And Jim says, or Pastor Jim, sorry, asks us to, write down what we feel Jesus is teaching us to do, wants us to do. What do we feel like he's teaching us? And ironically, at the end of session 2, I wrote, I believe Jesus is teaching me to be patient and slow. And so then on my way to work Thursday, because I struggle a lot with, I don't know if I call it contentment, but it's more of as now that I have prepared this and realized, I'm struggling with patiently enduring the financial debt Vanessa and I have. Mostly I brought most of it into the marriage. So it's, I did it. I had this before, now it's in our marriage, and it's like I so badly want to be debt free. So because there's so many things I wish I could do to go help. I would love to be able to take off work for a couple weeks and be like, no, I don't want to get paid, and then go down to North Carolina or stuff like that, help rebuild, help people. But we are not at all in the position to do that. But I feel like this patiently enduring is, okay, I have to endure this to know what this is like. So whenever the time comes that, either Danessa and I just, through the years and hard work, pay off the debt that way, or somehow God blesses us and it's all, somehow paid off. However it happens, we can remember what it was like when we patiently endured the times of being in debt and not being able to freely give and just be like, you know what, here, we can help, no problem. We don't have to worry about the stress. And I feel like it's very important to patiently endure. And it's something new. Like I said, I always hear, you got to be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. I struggle with being patient, but then patiently endure is just like, it's like a whole new thing almost. It's just like you're enduring a suffering, but you got to be patient while you're enduring it because you have to. This is part of it. It's in the Bible.
Yeah.
When I think of the word endure, I think of like you can't see an end in sight. And to be patient is like you tell a kid like, okay, like patient, like you mean for like the next 20 seconds, right? And like they might not know that, but you're like, okay, just sit still. We're almost there. We're almost done. We're almost whatever. But then as an adult to be told to be patient, it's like, okay, dang, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean I need to be patient for this bill? Or what do you need to be patient for like healing or for this
bonus.
or that? Right, exactly. Like you don't know, like it's big things that you just don't know when you're going to be done. So to have patience is one thing. To be able to be patient with somebody who's driving slow, or to be patient with someone who is holding you up, or who's just, you have to work on a job with someone who you just can't stand, and like you need to be patient with them. That's one thing, because you can be like, all right, in the next 5 minutes, I'll be down the road enough. I'll be fine. Or I'm going to take the next left, or I only have to do this job for the next week or so. Like you can see an end.
Yep.
But to patiently endure for the gospel,
Yep.
we don't know when Jesus is coming back. We don't know when our bills are going to be paid off. We don't know when this thing. And me personally, I'm a planner, so I don't like not knowing.
I am too.
Yeah, I know you are. As planners, I'm assuming you're in the same boat. I don't know about you.
Nah.
You're pretty
Not at all.
fly with the seat of your pants, but just not being able to know what's next is frustrating at times. So
I think that can relate back to the way I look at it is, like, why would God do this? From like my standpoint, you're questioning everything.
Sure.
I think it's a lot of, how's your faith? Like you said, you think of endurance as you can't see an end. Well, I think of it as I have faith that there will be an end. I might not be able to see it now. I might not be able to see the next step. But I have faith that God will provide. I have faith that God will, because it says in the Bible, He has plans to prosper you, not to.
Right.
Jeremiah 29:11. Yeah.
Yeah. And one verse I was looking at was Romans 8:18. For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing to the glory that is to be revealed to us.
yeah,
That gives me a lot of hope, and just, I don't know, just it allows me to know that I'm not alone in the waiting. I'm not alone. Like they were going through this back then, and it's just, it'll be okay. God loves us. God will provide for us. And like you were saying, like taking off work, like just kind of, can we afford this? Can we not do this? I think if God is calling you, He'll provide for you. It can be scary, but at the same time, it's like God works in mysterious ways,
Yeah.
So
I agree with that statement. If God is calling you, He will provide somehow. We don't know how He would ever provide, but that's where I want to, I guess, give a little caution. Like,
if it's rational,
if you're like, you see for example, I'm going to use North Carolina, the hurricane victims. They're still building back. And Florida, I think too, is building back. Now that whole area, they're still building back. And if you're like, all right, I'm going to go help. I'm taking off for a month. I don't care if I get paid. I'm going down now. And you don't like pray about it or anything like that. And you're just going.
Yeah.
I caution, because you're like, but if you like feel something and then you pray about it and you still feel,
seek His discernment for it.
Yes.
In ways of,
Yeah.
just, it's not like, God told me to go gamble all my money and put it all on black, and He'll provide for me if I lose.
great anti-example. I love that.
It's just,
But yeah.
Very good point.
It's
Put it.
put her all on black. I don't know. But
Don't take this as a sign.
No,
if you
no.
have a gambling addiction, please call 1-800.
Yeah, if you,
Whatever,
have,
whatever.
if you have a gambling addiction,
Do not listen to
Seek help.
Landon.
what I'm saying
help.
is, if you're actively trying to
and I
find
get,
ways to advance the kingdom and help other people in the name of Jesus, I do believe He will provide.
Yeah.
But no, not gambling on your money is not the way to
nowhere
glorify
in
God.
Scripture does it say
Put it all on
Black.
put it all on black. Nowhere in Scripture.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to try to get this back on the rails after that. That was a wild take, sir. I got to be honest with you.
It was a good
Am I
negative
wrong?
example, though.
I'm not even. I got something I want to say, but I'm going to filter myself and not say it, which is it tells you probably how probably not I should say it if I'm going to filter
Oh my
it, right?
gosh.
Two things. I'm going to try to do this in a straight face, folks. I apologize.
He'll get it back in. Don't worry.
Two things I want to point out because I liked your abide. I liked your abide. So John 15:7, if you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you. Mm-hmm. So it's super important to abide into Jesus, to abide into his words, and his words abide in you. And it will be done for you. It doesn't mean it's going to be done by the snap of fingers. It might be done 30 years from now. It will be done, though. I can guarantee you that because that's what Jesus says. So that's where you have to patiently endure. It could be done tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't know when it's going to be done. That's the thing.
It's-
It's God works in mysterious ways. You could pray about something, and He's like, "All right, yeah, this."
So
Answers it.
So do you have the faith just as small as a mustard seed, right? That to keep enduring day after day after day, to keep praying that prayer, whatever it may be, day after day after day, right? He's not forsaken you, to your point. He's got plans to prosper you, not forsake you. And I think one thing I like about Luke 12, and this is going on to the, a little bit more of the financial aspect, if you will. Luke 12:48, I'm going to jump down like halfway into 48. Everyone to whom much was given, of him much will be required. Who has ever been entrusted with much, the demand is more. So I want people to realize that if that's something that you aspire to do, right? Aspire to have influence, power, whatever it may be. If you're going to live according to the word of God, much more will be required of you, and there will be more demand for you. So you have now with that, I don't want to say pedestal, but you guys, that little bit more influence, money, whatever it may be, you are held to a higher standard. And I think it's important to understand because I think people they see all the good aspects of it, but they don't see the responsibility aspect of it.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is if you have, and that's coming out of the master with the several talents and all that stuff
Sure.
is the end of that, is it's going to be so much more required of you. And you're going to have to be okay with that. You're going to have to be okay with, to your point, praying and it be God speaking to you. Because the other thing that you can get into is if it's not God and it's not the Holy Spirit and it's not Jesus telling you to do something, well, then it's your own self. And now you're doing it for yourself, not for the glory of God. And I think that's important is that sometimes we want to do, the works aspect of it, but
Yeah.
it's more to glorify our own selves, not God. And that gets real dangerous.
Right. That
So,
reminded me of what is it? Proverbs 3:5. Do not lean on your own understanding.
yeah, Proverbs 3:5-6.
You just need to you can't do it on your own.
Yeah.
You cannot. And it says it plainly.
In all things, submit yourself to him, and he will make your path straight.
So,
But you have to submit yourself
Right.
in all ways. Not
You need to give up.
99%,
dude,
all.
because this all goes back to contentment.
Yeah.
It goes back to having control of our own lives. It goes back to all this stuff. There's so many different ways we could go with this. But
That was good.
all in all, have patience.
That was good.
My mom used to sing this song to us when we were little and when we were older because she would just mock us because we were impatient. But she'd be like, have patience, have patience. And so now I do it whenever people are being.
You sing that to Bert?
Yeah, sometimes. No. Usually to kids and then they repeat it, but they don't like it because nobody likes to be patient. So
We all want it now.
was that
Want it now.
Road
That was good.
rage
That
is
was
real.
good.
was that wrapped up kind of? Or is
Yeah,
there-
I do want to wrap it up with one
Okay.
more verse.
That was good discussion. I like that.
Yeah, that was really good.
Okay.
Minus the don't put it on black, folks. Don't put that. Don't do that.
Okay. So
I will say, if you're gonna go put something on black, you should equally give that to, feed the hungry or do something along those lines.
Do it for Jesus.
Yeah.
You're gonna do
Exactly.
it for Jesus.
If you have $1,000 to spend on roulette, you better have $1,000 to give away too. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Someone's at the door.
and so I'll leave us with this.
That was terrible. I shouldn't have said that either. But oh well.
When the,
I was trying to make it better. I think I just made it worse. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Keep
Go
on
ahead.
digging holes.
I'll steal your slogan. I'm going to bring us back on the rails here. I'm going to bring us back on.
Put us back on the rails.
So, one last bit of passage here. Psalms 13. I'm going to read that. I'll just read the whole thing. O Lord, how long will you forget me? Forever? How long will you look the other way? How long must I struggle with anguish in my soul, with sorrow in my heart every day? How long will my enemy have the upper hand? Turn and answer me, O Lord my God. Restore the sparkle to my eyes, or I will die. Don't let my enemies gloat, saying, we have defeated him. Don't let them rejoice at my downfall. But I trust in your unfailing love. I will rejoice because you have rescued me. I will sing to the Lord because he is good to me. And on this young life discipleship that, really breaks down this patient enduring, it says to rewrite Psalm 13. I'm going to leave this, so anybody listening, I encourage you to do this throughout the week or whenever you listen to this. It says rewrite Psalm 13 with this template, and, if you want to share it with somebody, whatever, if you feel comfortable dropping it in the comments on our YouTube or send us an Instagram DM if you want to, whatever.
Yeah.
With this, go right ahead. But here is the template. So the first part, how long, O Lord, blank. And it says, describe a difficult situation, struggle, or worry that you have in your life.
Nice.
But blank, list some reassuring and comforting truths about God. And, apply it to your own self, because in that passage of Psalm 13, it was David writing about his struggles and how he was feeling. So take that little template and insert your own struggle, your own worry, and insert your own, whatever comes to mind that you have comforting truths about God. Whatever words come to your mind about that, write those in. So, make this more life applicable. Ugh, man.
You're good. You got it.
But yeah, that way, it makes it more personal. And you can really cling to that, and then read Psalm 13 and just go from there. Really draw into the scripture, because as the theme was, we don't know how long we will patiently endure. Mm-hmm. It could be 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks, 300 years.
Mm-hmm.
We will never know.
Word.
So that's all I got. I don't know if you guys have anything else, but
Yeah.
That was good.
that's all
Yeah.
I got.
So, ministry minute aside, I did find a verse that had to do with a blueberry and sausage pizza.
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez.
Leviticus 11:7.
No way.
Eating pork is forbidden by God's people. That's all. So let's get into our ministry. Just kidding. I typed in sausage in the Bible. So that's what I got. That's all.
I did find one. No, this is relating what Grant was saying.
Okay, Landon's bringing us back on the rails.
Yeah. It's Hebrews 12:1.
Okay.
Therefore, since we are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely,
Yep.
and let us run with endurance the race that is set up before us, looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God.
Man, you were there the entire time.
Good.
I was trying because that was December's memory verse for Men's Alliance. So it is the most difficult one of the year.
Yeah.
That is.
It's a long
and
one,
if you
but
don't
yeah.
recite it, you got to do 5 burpees. But
You were there.
Yeah.
yeah, I was like trying to remember it, and I'm like, because December comes around, they don't change them. So when
Okay.
December comes around again,
We'll do it again.
you gotta be able to recite it.
Oh,
And-
so it's just 12
yeah,
revolving door 365. Just this is January, February's. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they start out kind of easy. Like January was Romans 3:23, for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God.
Yep.
I can't remember this month's.
That's not good.
I also
We're close into February.
yeah. But then not to get off sidetracked,
You're
but
good.
So I'm going to the Men's Alliance National Rally. They're doing their first ever national rally in May 2nd and the 4th. And they do this thing. I think they have done it, I don't know for how many last couple years, but they call it the Barbarian Games.
Okay.
So it's a really rugged physical test. And then at random times when you're like gassed, I'm not participating in it, by the way. But the people that are participating, like when they are absolutely gassed, somebody's going to come up to you and they're going to say, for example, tell me December's memory verse. You are completely drained. You are gassed. And then you got to recite a memory verse to them.
And if you don't get it, that's 5 burpees right there on the spot, too.
I don't know
when
what
you're gassed.
I don't know if they up the ante with it being the Barbarian Games.
That'd
it's
be
like
sick.
if you don't.
It's 25.
Some guy
Or
jumps
some
on your
other-
back and you got to do 25 burpees.
But it's
They put a 25-pound vest on you.
Yeah.
They make you carry a
And
kid.
make you do.
make you carry a kid.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. On that note.
But
Well, that's cool though.
yeah, they really
Not
really
cool, but
not only test you physically,
tragic.
they really test you spiritually to see
Nice.
if
Wow. Yeah.
you have those verses instilled.
That's
and-
good. That's good.
So kind of like
meditating.
Some true endurance right there.
yeah. Well, what was that verse Landon said about a couple weeks ago? Your favorite verse. Your favorite verse. You memorized it from Bible Release.
No, Psalms 119, verse 11.
Yep.
For I've hidden your word in my heart that I might not sin against you.
It reminded me of that. Just how they,
Yeah.
they'll quiz you whenever to see like, all right, do you know this? So
That was good right there.
Whatever. Okay,
Are
that's all we
we-
ght.
that is
All right.
it. We are
Vanessa,
wrapped
come back,
up.
please.
Well, everyone, thank you for listening, watching, subscribing. We do appreciate it. And we'll. I won't see you next week, but you'll see them
Maybe.
Eventually.
next week.
Maybe. Landon.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe Nessa will be back.
This used to be a girl prominent podcast.
Feels pretty good that it was the
Well,
guys.
it's
and-
2-2. It's typically 2-2. It's 3-1 today.
It used to be
Normally it's
girls
always
prominent.
Yeah.
Here we are.
It's 2025. We can identify if we really wanted to.
Whoa.
Landon, welcome
Do I need
to
to
the
dive into
other
another
side.
ministry minute really quick?
All right. With that, we'll see you guys next
Bye.
See ya.